recognized the member for North Coast.
Honourable Speaker, in 2014, the Health Minister was advised by his own staff that testing North Coast schools for lead contamination in drinking water should be considered, quote, a public health priority. Yet it wasn't until a public servant took it upon themselves to test the water in Prince Rupert schools this year that we learned that children are being exposed to elevated lead levels. British Columbians want to know if they can trust the water in schools, in hospitals, and other public buildings. Has the minister started an organized program testing lead levels in the water for BC schools and other public buildings?
Minister of Health.
Well, thank you, Honourable Speaker, and we've canvassed this quite thoroughly. The Drinking Water Protection Act says that the health authorities are responsible for the water at point of entry. Now, once we learn that there's a concern from the building owner, in this case a school, from the school district's, Honourable Speaker, health authorities reach out and assist them in dealing with the mitigation measures that are necessary, in this case flushing water in the mornings or using filters. Honourable Speaker, the health authorities are willing to work with any owner of large buildings where older buildings that were built before 1989 where this is a concern. It is our objective, Honourable Speaker, to ensure that people have the right education and know about the mitigation measures necessary to have adequate and safe drinking water.
North Coast on a supplemental.
Honourable Speaker, the simple answer is no. The minister has not asked for water to be tested in BC schools and other public buildings, like social housing, where many families and children live. This is extremely worrying, especially since his own staff said testing in homes in the Northwest needs to be done. Since the minister is ignoring his own staff's recommendations for testing lead levels in water in children's homes, I did. I ordered 3 tests for social housing units in Prince Rupert, and one of these homes has lead levels in the drinking water above the maximum allowable concentration. This home is in a building with many families with children. How can the Minister of Health justify doing nothing to protect people in my community from this very real health threat?
Minister of Health.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, the member well knows that a letter was sent through the Ministry of Education to all school districts informing them of potential older buildings having this particular problem and to take mitigation measures if necessary. And Honourable Speaker, as I said, the Ministry of Health through the Drinking Water Protection legislation is responsible for the point of entry. If there are concerns, we are willing to work with any large building owner and understand that the Ministry of Technology, Innovation and Citizen Services, which has general responsibility for government buildings, is planning on following up with the owners of older public buildings that are in the public realm to make them aware of the mitigation measures that may be required if their water is at risk of being in the higher lead levels.